that out of the way. Hi guys, right, I had some requests to do the ginger hair that I did on the other copy of Flutter Girl by Colour and Chics. So this is basically what I've learnt from following Monia Gates, but done in my style. So I thought I'd get the second copy I was doing with pan pastel and do the ginger hair again. So I've got a selection of pencils. The list of colours is below the video, but basically we've got Eggshell, Sunburst Yellow, Yellowed Orange, Orange, Cadmium Orange Hue, Poppy Red, Burnt Ochre, Crimson Red, Pumpkin Orange, Dark Brown, Tuscan Red, Dark Purple, Chocolate, Black Raspberry, Goldenrod and Black. Sounds a lot, but it adds depth to the tone of the ginger hair. So you can simplify it even more and just pick oranges and a couple of browns for shading and do your own thing, but this is how I've done the ginger hair. Now it might not be exact because I didn't write this down, the step by step of what colours I was doing at the time, so I've had to try and visualise it in my head what I did step by step and try and write some notes. So it might not be exactly like this one, but it still will be ginger hair. So make sure the camera's in a good position and get my controller again and zoom in. Where are you? So you want to go back way a bit. There we go. Right, I think that's okay. I don't want to zoom too much at this point because you want to see it as an owl, not broken up. So I'll just tap it in a little bit. I think that's about perfect. Right, so I'm going to start with Eggshell and put my light areas. Now on this image I've done the light coming from the left. I've still got more shading to do on a face, so ignore that. But the light is coming this way, so with the Eggshell, this is the lightest area. Let me just do a quick sharpen of this because it's looking a bit blunt. Hopefully sound is okay and vision is okay. I haven't got anybody in chat yet to tell me whether it is or not. But anyway, going by this image, it's a grayscale image. So these areas that's got no lines in at all is where I'm going to put the extreme light. So I'm doing a very light coat of the Eggshell on that bit. There's a couple of blank bits there. I'm not pressing on, I'm using the side of the pencil. And this stops the other colours going too dark. So this is a base. And it's not showing up very well at the minute, so let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. I was going to record this, but then recording and editing and then trying to upload it, it takes way too long. So I thought it's just easier if I come on and stream it. So take that back up there a bit. There we go. Right, so here there's a blank spot, so I'm going to put the eggshell in there. And I have made some cards and I forgot to put it out, so it's eggshell. And I haven't put PC in front because the polychromos pencils, and everybody knows that each one starts PC and then a number, so all I've done is put the number and the name. Now as it starts, the plait starts bending away, it's not going to have as much light in it. So as you can see from the drawing, there's more lines drawn in and less open areas, but we still want the light to hit. It's not got a barrier down the middle of a plait, so it's not going to be totally in dark, so the light will still hit. I'm just going to carry on coming down this plait, put the light in where there's no lines. Hopefully I'm not talking too fast or too low, because I do get a habit of getting lower when I'm talking to myself. Alrighty then, right, I've reached the bottom of the plait. So now I'm going to take Sunburst Yellow. And then with the Sunburst Yellow, I'm going to come slightly over the eggshell, just below it, and just above it, and down the side. I'm like boxing it in. And the same on this side. Now there's a line in between that, so there and around it, and just think on it as you're trying to stop the light from escaping. So we're boxing it in. I'm putting the Sunburst Yellow all the way around what we've just put. You see that? It's very light at the minute, but as we do more layers it will get where it shows more. So again, I'm coming around the other one. And anywhere there's a line going through, then I've gone through with the Sunburst Yellow as well. I'll just do a couple of these and then move to the next colour. So you're not watching me do the same ones all the way down the plait. And we can review it again as we move down. And the other picture is the first time I've done ginger hair, so I'm not an expert. I've always done dark brown hair because it's what I find I do naturally without thinking. I don't have to think about the colours. I thought I'd give it a go and have a different hairdo. So the ginger is the first time I've ever done the ginger. Stop at this one near a earring and I'll change to the next colour. Like I say, I've only done a light coat of the colour. Right, so from Sunburst Yellow we go to Yellowed Orange. And again, this time we're going to come in between what we've just put. And it's adding more strands. It's ideal to keep a relatively sharp point. I find it easier. And I'm going to do another one at some point and convert it to polychromos, because I do prefer using polys for fur and for hair, because it keeps a sharp point for longer. But for now I'm using Prismas because that's what I did on the last picture. I'm still not pressing on. Hiya Vicky, welcome sweetie. So that was yellowed orange. Now I want orange. So where are you? This will want sharpening as well. See, this is the trouble with Prismas. I'm forever sharpening them and they're disappearing quick. So, orange. And again, on my notes I've wrote in between the light. So, just random strands coming in between the light tones I've just put. Still not showing much yet. But it will do. A little bit more and darken it a little bit more. Right. Like I say, I'm not an expert at ginger hair. This is only my second time of doing it. I do love how vibrant it looked on the other picture. Right, so that were orange in between the colours I've just put down. So next on my notes I've got Cadmium Orange Hue, and again bit of a sharpen. Thank you Vicky. I've still got more shading to do on this half for a face. In person it looks like I've done enough shading, but on the camera it hasn't, so it's going to need more. But yeah, I'm happy with that. It's pan pastel. Has that camera gone blurry, or is it my eyes? Right, so Cadmium Orange Hue. It's a slightly darker tone than the orange. It's just slightly darker. So I'm coming in between again. And like I say, not pressing on. And this is coming down a little bit more into the darker areas. Each layer will make the colours pop more, and it does take time to build it up. It's not something you can rush. Now, this plait, the light is hitting this way, but it's got more shadow at the back where it curls over, so I'm going to put more towards the back than what I do at the front. It's a little bit at the front and more at the back. Same on this one. A little bit at the front, more towards the back. And that'll make the air look like it's curling more. Little blurry, I don't know what's away. Hang on a minute, let me get my cloth and give it a bit of a clean. I've not cleaned it in a week. So you're gonna go dark for a little bit. How's that? Has that sharpened it? Come on. Sharpen up. What's wrong with you? Thank you. That better? Come down a little bit. Better, thank you, Vicky. I've noticed my screen on the laptop is all filthy. Cats has been laid against screen when it looks on it, so to me it just looks like I'm looking through mucky windows anyway. The big monitor looks clean though, so I'll have to keep looking up at that one instead. Right, so I'm still Cadmium Orange Hue, and I'm just using it to darken certain areas in between and still leaving the light area. That with that. And according to my notes, I come to Poppy Red next. So where are you? There we go. Right, so again, just putting lines in, not close together. And putting dust all over. Darken that back edge a little bit more. And the same down here. Whoops. Like I said, don't press on. And I'm bringing it lightly up a little bit. Still leaving the light centre. If you think it's disappearing, put a little bit more eggshell in. Like that. And you'll bring it back again. Hi Jessica, welcome sweetie. So, more Poppy Red at the back here. And a little bit at the front. And bring it up the side where it's getting darker there, and bring a little bit down this way. A little bit on this corner. We don't want to darken too much because remember the light is still coming this way and it's going to hit the top area as well. So we don't want to darken too much up there, but this bit's curled in, so this wants it a little bit more. Hey Lozzie! Yeah, doing a sneaky stream. We're all ready for recording ginger ale. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. And then I thought, well, it takes me so long to record it, check that the recording is done properly, edit it, upload it. It's just easier to just stream it, so that's what I thought I'd do. Right, so still Poppy Red. Sorry I haven't got the card, I forgot it again. There we go, Poppy Red. The light's sitting here, remember, so I'm not darkening too much on that bit. Darker at the back, lighter at the front. Same in the crevices where each plait meets another. It's darker because it's away from the light. And I'm trying very hard to sound like I know what I'm doing, but I don't. Most of you know I'm a person who just colours and goes for it and don't think about it. I wing it. Now I'm having to use my brain and think, and it hurts. A little bit darker here again because it's coming into the plait again. I'm going to have to give that screen a wipe. Just bear with me a minute, my arm's going to get in the way because I can't see exactly what I'm doing because of cat fur all over. Right, that's better. Thank you, Lozzie. Right, so still poppy red, and I'm bringing the colour deeper at the back of this little plait, and not so much at the front because the light's hitting it. And even though the earring is overlapping the plait here on this bit, it's not going to cast a shadow down onto this because the light's coming this way. So you know, when you're colouring, you have a tendency of thinking, well, that's in front, so that's got to cast a shadow, so you go darker. On this, don't think like that because the light is coming in, so it hits the air before it hits the earring. A bit more on that bit. Right, so that's poppy red, and you see how it's starting to lift the colour now, it's building it up. Right. So now I want to put a little bit more depth in the V sections. So I've got burnt ochre. I am the same. I think it's a lovely vibrant colour. One of my grandsons is a redhead. Let me see if I can just find his picture. Where are you? Right. Yeah. She's not very zoomed in on the picture, but yeah, he is a redhead. And I love this colour. It's so in sunshine it really shines and reflects the light. It's a beautiful colour. Luckily, he's not bullied for his hair, but we used to in our day when we were younger. Like you say, a lot of bullying. Hi, Shara. How are you doing, sweetie? Hi, Amanda. That's all right. Welcome while I've you here, and enjoy your time with your grandmother. Thank you. Yeah, he's a lovely, sweet boy. Right, so the burnt ochre is bringing more depth to the shadow area on the light side of a face. Just going in with the depth a little bit more. Not too much here. I want to darken that bit. I'm not doing as much as lines as just laying the dark ochre on top of the orange I've put down. Right. Not too much on the front face. More on the back. I'm not pressing on still. It's still only light I'm doing over the colours. And then I'll go to the next colour to warm it up again. There we go. Mine's got a red undertone, but it's mid-brown air. You only really see the red when light hits it. Right, so I'm coming to Crimson Red. I'm going to put this over the Burnt Ochre. I ain't got any Black Widows, Lozzie. I ain't got any of them. It just takes me too long to save up for everything, so I have to prioritise what I'm using money on. Right, so Crimson Red, and I'm going to bring that over the top of the ochre I've just put down. And I'm not pressing still. We see how that warms the shadow back up. A little bit on there. Bring some thin wispy bits down a bit. I don't want to put too much in because I don't want to be a bright red hair. We want it to stay the orangey ginger colour. I'm just putting a few lines in. This is just on the light side of red. It's totally different on the darker side. Still looks watery on my screen. I've just wiped it with a cloth. I don't know what's up with it. Thank you, Amanda. Yes, time you were going to sleep, Shara. Sleep well, sweetie. Oh, you're all right, Jessica. No, you're okay. I do this channel because I love what I'm doing. I don't do it to ask for things off people. I get things as and when I can, and I appreciate them. Right, so just this bottom one then to do. I'll bring a bit of crimson in there. Right, want some more. right in the depth of these triangles, so I'm going to slightly press on a little bit more. It's only mid pressure, it's not hard pressure. There we go. Right, so that were Crimson Red. And to blend the reds together, according to my notes, I did Pumpkin Orange. So, where I put the reds at the bottom, I'm just putting pumpkin over to blend them together. Very light. You can even end your pencil so you don't press on any, but I get more control loading it further up. But I am doing it light, and it's just blending all them red tones. I like the pumpkin orange because it's like an orange with a brown mixed together, and with polys I have to use two colours to get the effect I want with pumpkin orange. And it's deepening it nice now. Right, so that was that, and because I'm on the light side I don't go to the very dark colours on this side, but I'm going to repeat back so that I can get more strands into it. Night, Jessica. Right, so starting with the eggshell, I'm just going to put a few more light strands in. Just in the centre of where the plaits curl over. It doesn't have as much light on the other plait because the red's in way, so I'll show you that side next and how it's different to this side. Bring the Sunburst Yellow again. Yeah, it's an odd time, isn't it? But I couldn't pick any other time because it's encroaching in other people's streams. So, hey Emily, how come you're not asleep, sweetie? Can't you sleep? Right, so back with the Sunburst Yellow. I don't want to take too much of this light away that I've just put back in. So I'm just picking 3 strands, edge, edge and centre, and just putting them there. Why do cats make such noise when they're cleaning? It's like listening to somebody kissing. I'm going to miss yellowed orange and jump straight to orange. Your eyes are half shut. Right, well, it could not take you long to drop off then listening to me. How's your throat, sweetie? Is it still hurting? Being random now, I'm just putting orange back where I think it should be. Like I said, not an expert on red hair, just playing at it. And getting an idea of how I want it, so I'm just dib-dabbing away with colour. And then I'm going to go straight to the crimson red. So very light strokes. Just put some in random. And that's how I built up the colour on the left. So now I'll show you how I did it on the darker side. Like I said, it's still not going to be exactly how this one is because I couldn't remember, but I can see now that I did put some Tuscan Red in the bottom of the V's. So I'll do that.
See you later.
See you later, Liam. Have a good day. Love you. Didn't think I'd put any Tuscan on this side, but obviously I did. And there's more layers to this. That's why it looks darker. Because I just repeated what I did 3 times until I got the depth I wanted. That was that. And now, on the darker side, as you can see, it's more browns than orange. But that's what gives the shading in orange hair. Right. Can you see much in the mirror then, Emily? I thought it were right at the back of your throat. You almost named your son Liam, did you? Well, we were hoping for a girl, so it should have been Leah. But then we ended up with a boy, so Liam it became. Isn't it funny how names go round like that? When Liam were born, the most used name was Jack. That were in 97. Right, so on the dark side, I still want to start with Eggshell because we're still going to have light hitting the plat. It won't be as much as this side, but we still got light, so I'm going to put some Eggshell in. It's just not as much. Again, Sunburst Yellow. And I'm going straight over the Eggshell this time, not in between it. Still use the Eggshell because it lightens the Sunburst Yellow. If you put just Sunburst Yellow down, it will be slightly shade darker. That's that one. Biggest operation I've had were when I had emergency cesarean, so I can't really relate to big surgeries either and how long it takes to heal. I've got yellow to orange. Right, so now I'm coming in between the strands I've put. Good job you don't have to have it done again then, eh, Emily? No, it doesn't sound very pleasant. Losing my sharp edge, I might have to sharpen this one next time I want to use it. What we got next? Orange. Orange. Where are you? There. Who's got coffee and blood? That doesn't sound very pleasant. Yeah, definitely pass. Right, orange. Again, I'm just bringing random strands over the light area. medium pressure for this one. And then Crimson Red. Your diamond painting. You've got really hooked on that, haven't you, Vicky? Are you enjoying it? Well, you must be, because, like I say, you've got hooked on it. Silly question, woman. Think before you open your mouth. Crimson Red. I don't want the Cadmium Orange Hue just yet. I want the Poppy Red. Where are you? Oh, that's orange. Poppy Red. There we go. Taking them just random strands through the centre again. You alright, Liz?
Yeah.
What are you up to?
I'm gonna get some cereal.
Right. Poppy. Don't want Burnt Ochre this time. I want the dark purple.
What's Dad doing?
Is taking the plastic trim out back at seats. Trying to find out where that water's going in. Can you try not getting them on the floor?
Scared mittens.
This is just darkening the very outer round curves of the plough. Sorry, that was dark purple. And then I want to go over that with a little bit of chocolate. Where are you? There, chocolate. She needs an intervention, does she, Lozzie? We haven't got any treats, mates. Not till Liam gets home. And don't walk over my keyboard. Go away. Go away. No. Being photobombed by a cat. Can you see her in top camera? Right, we've got chocolate. And I'm just lightly going over the dark purple I've just put in.
Just makes you want kisses.
I'm being very careful not to do it too deep because I don't want to have brown hair. It's just a light scribble over the top of what I've just put down on the purple. All I'm doing really is looking for areas that need to be deepened in colour and doing that. There's no point in chlorine me, missus. I've told you, there's no treats left. You vet them all. All gone. They're still all gone. And if an area needs warming up, then I pick a warmer colour and go back in. If it needs darkening, then I go with a darker colour and so on. And it's a battle of wills really with colour. Get off! Hi Kelly! Hi May! Welcome! She's not cute when she's going with claws. She's a pain in the bum, aren't you? Right, pumpkin. If I can find where I've put the pumpkin. Ouch! Don't do that! Naughty! Go away! Pumpkin orange. Right, the pumpkin orange I'm bringing into I'm taking it off the dark stuff and bringing it into the centre slightly. She's laid her back to me now, she's sulking. This paper takes an awful lot of layers, so it does take some work, but I love this paper. It's Strathmore grey toned. I love how it makes the colours pop. And to bring a bit of red into that, so I'm going to jump back to the crimson. And warm this edge up a bit. Made all my nose itchy now with cat hair. Oh. Right. Hi Michaela, welcome. Thank you, May. I'm winging it because I'm having trouble remembering exactly what colours I did on this other image. So it's not going to be exactly the same as this one. It'll probably end up more red than this one. But yeah, it's getting close, look. I've never tried the tan one, May. It seems to be harder to get than the grey tone, so I just find it easier just ordering grey toned all the time. Right, so what do I need now? I need some goldenrod putting in. So where's my goldenrod? There. My goldenrod. It's like a yellowy brown, the goldenrod. So it helps to lift the colour again. I want some black raspberry bringing in, I think. It's quite easy actually, Michaela. I haven't got a set plan on colouring. I added strands first so that it looked like hair strands, and now I'm putting solid toned colour where I want it to, areas to darken, areas to lighten. If something ends up a bit too dark, then I bring a lighter colour back in and lighten it up again. If it's too light, then I bring a darker tone in and darken it down a bit more. If you just keep in mind you want your darker tones on the edges away from the lighter tones in the centre, then it gives it form, it bends it. Dark away from your, light towards you, that's all you have to remember. Sorry, I didn't change the thing. I've picked up black raspberry. Black raspberry, there. Black raspberry. And if your light says very light and your dark says very dark, then you're going to see more form to the shape. Bye Vicky, have a wonderful day, sweetie. So you see how that's building up more shape on the dark side than the light side. That's just a case of this side now needs more shading put in it. The light is very light, that doesn't need touching, but the darker areas where it's folding together needs a bit more colour. So I've come back in with chocolate. just going to darken the edges a little bit more. Better. Bringing more life to her hair. A little bit of dark brown. Do the same again. And all I'm doing is scribbling. I'm not keeping to a line or a specific area, I'm just scribbling the colour. I don't know how to explain that with colours that go together. I haven't got a colour wheel, I don't use one. But it is a good idea. Get a colour wheel if you don't know tones, because it helps. And a colour wheel usually tells you in the centre, if I remember right from when I were at school, in the centre it will tell you what's complementary and opposites and so on. Hi Barbara, welcome. The only thing I remember about a colour wheel is that you can have opposite colours, like I've picked the purple, dark purple, to go opposite the orange tones because it's a complementary colour. But you could do a whatever the triangle one is, which I can't remember what the name of it is, but there's a tricolour, so you can get three tones that work together and so on. I think there's one in the free one online that you can just look at on a screen without having to buy a colour wheel. Yeah, that's how I work, May. I think some on us must know in his own head what tones work with other tones and what cancels it out and makes it look like brown. Did she? Well, if you want to link to Emily's channel for me then, Lozzie, and then Michaela can go there and find what Emily did with the colour wheel. That's an excellent idea. And having colour cards helps, because you'd lay them out like that, you know, and then you've got your, not pumpkin, but say the red, goldenrod and purple, and then you've got your three tones. You've got your shading tone for these two colours. You know, just lay cards out and see how they work together. Get a scrap piece of paper and just put one colour pencil down and then go over it with another colour and then another colour, and see how that colour changes. If you end up with brown, you know you've gone wrong somewhere, and backtrack. You're trying to find link, are you? I am hopeless at doing links, so I can't say anything about that. I know that some colours are warmer than other colours. You have your cold colours and your warm colours. I know that cold colours cool things down, they're great for shading, and I know warm colours warm things up, so it's great for adding light. That's about all I learned at school, so now I just wing it. Hi Ria, welcome. Thank you. Right, I'm going to come in with Tuscan Red again and warm just this base up a little bit. I know I've gone over to the light side again, but it's showing you how each layer can change the form of the plait. So, and then once I've got base colour down, anywhere that's ended up mushed up again, I can bring strands back in again. Like I said, I don't want to do too much of this dark colour because then we take away the ginger. Well, that's basically all I did on the other picture. Just kept playing about with colour until I were happy with it. And on the dark side, if I want the plait to be even darker, I've got black, and I can bring a couple of black strands in, just in the very depth of where the hair is knotted together.
Smells like tea in here.
You're right, Lozzie, it's just practice. For every picture I've done, there's 3 other pictures in the background, and that's how I learn. Like the other picture I did, I messed up on a chin. Yeah, it looks like a beautiful picture still, but I can see the mistakes. So for each picture I've got others printed off, and I keep testing different mediums and different ways of colouring. Now I've got a chin perfect on this one. I don't know what went wrong with this one, but it looks awfully big compared to that one. And it's each picture you do is slightly different to the last picture you did, and you learn a little bit more each time, a different technique. Yeah, exactly, Lozzie. I still search YouTube now for different techniques. If I want to learn something new, then I go and search it out. Like Monya's teaching at the minute how to do skin with undercolours I've never done that before. I've always just straight coloured faces. But I'm learning, same as you are, and I'm loving doing it. I can't remember what colour she uses, and I can't remember how to do it, but I'm enjoying it. And one day I will remember. Yep. May's just said she's got a playlist with different things on how she colours. Everybody colours different. Yeah, it is amazing what she does, Lozzie, and I'm curious to know how it works, so that's why I'm following it. And I can't do dark skin. I can't do light skin either. Write them down. Yeah, I write them down. But then what I write don't make sense. Or what order. I mean, she picks pencils up that she's used 4 times previously, and she repeats it, and then I think, well, I can't remember what order she colours in. But I will get there. And I love learning. I love to be challenged. Right. So I'll do the centre bit of her hair so it looks a bit more uniform. Exactly, Lizzie. She makes everything look easy. And that's because she's been doing it for so many years, and she sees more colours than we do. I follow what she does and then I take it in my own way. Yeah, it's going up quick. B, welcome, sweetie. How are you doing? This is not a normal time stream, by the way. It's a one-off. Right, so I'm going in with Eggshell and putting my highlights in first. Same on this side. Could not have as much light hitting, but we still want a little bit. Yep, that's all right at that. And then I want Sunburst Yellow. Where's my Sunburst? There. Don't go for cheap quality paper or card because you'll struggle and then you're not learning. So if you can, get a good quality paper or card. Strathmore is good. It's just that it's got very good tooth on and you will need lots of layers to cover it. Or you can go for an hobby card, you know, like what people make birthday cards out of. Anything like that for practicing on is good. I've got Sunburst Yellow and I'm going in between the strands again. I can't remember where you lived, Michaela, but hopefully there's somebody in stream who can help you for your area. Down here. Yellowed orange. I use Strathmore mixed media paper. It's not thick, but it's okay for watercolour. My printer won't take thick card. Cadmium Orange Hue. Where's my card gone for Cadmium Orange Hue? There. Oh no, I wanted my orange first, sorry. Jumping the gun. One orange. Hi Cat, welcome. Thank you very much, B. That's much appreciated. You're so sweet. Thank you. Etsy. Most of my PDFs. I like certain artists like Colour and Chics, and I like Christine Karen. My brain has suddenly stopped working because I cannot think of anybody else, but I do order from 4 different places and I can't think of the other 2. But yeah, Etsy. Hi Leah, welcome. Yeah, same with me, May. Mixed media paper for all different types, acrylics, watercolour, pencil. You can use anything and everything and just chuck it on it. It even works for markers, alcohol markers. So yeah, I buy Strathmore mixed media for everything. If I'm not sure what I'm going to colour with, then I use that. Pencil, I use the Strathmore Grey or the cheap card that Sammy uses. For us, it tends to come from our local shop, which is Hobbycraft, but there is people who sell it on Amazon. What else have I used? Oh, Nina. I use Nina Classic White a lot, but that's mainly for my markers. But it does work with pencil if you're only doing light layers. If you're not doing a lot of layers, should I say, then it's alright. I use it if I want to do a marker base and then put pencil shading over the top, then it's perfect. Yeah, my printer won't take 300 GSM, so that's why I stick with the Strathmore. Let me just see if I can find the front page, show you what it looks like. I've got a tray full of rubbish here. Somewhere. There we go. Right. This is the front cover of the other one. Let me zoom out again. Come on. Thank you. Right, this is the mixed media and it is 190 GSM, £90. Just looks like that. Strathmore Visual Journal mixed media paper. Works brilliant in my printer. Anything over 200 GSM will not go through my printer, so that's why I use this. It's 100% cotton and with vellum finish, so that is perfect for anything mixed media. The card stock that I use that's cheap is 120 GSM. Brilliant for pencil, and for markers I use the Nina, and that is 216 GSM, and I have to oud the top of the card and just give it a bit of a nudge to get it through printer. But anything more than that will not fit in my printer. It's an Epson office printer. What's it called? Workforce. Yeah, go to Google search and just put in whatever artist you like, say Christine Karen or Grazia, can't remember her full name, sorry, but yeah, put somebody you like in the search and then Etsy after it. So Christine Karen and then Etsy, and it'll take you straight to her Etsy store. and then you look through for what you like, pick something, press on it, it'll open up a new window and tell you how much it is and do you want it, and then you press yes, pay for it, and then it'll email you to say it's ready to download. Click on the download link and download it to your printer, to your computer, and then send it to your printer. That's a good idea, Lizzie, print Sammy's link. She's got an awful lot of PDFs. You will be there for a long time going through them. But yeah, it'll give you an idea. I use copy paper if I just want to check out a technique, a mixture of pencils. Then I'll print something cheap off on copy paper and just play about with different colours, seeing how they mix and that. That's what I did before I did the red hair. Right, so let me zoom back in again. And I've got Cadmium Orange Hue, and this only wants to go on the lighter side. Just darkens that orange just a smidgen. I want to bring some in at the side of her face as well. Not going to be totally light. I'm just taking a few little strands. As I say, it's not perfect, it's just how I do it. And then darken a little bit more of this orange on this side as well. That's alright, Ria. Look away, sweetie. I shan't be on for much longer. I've got to make a phone call in 25 minutes, so I can't stop on too long. Right, what do I want next? I've done that on the Burnt Ochre. Oh, Ian's had that on one foot. It does take a lot to recover, so I feel for you, sweetie. But I hope everything's gone okay with your surgery. Sorry, I haven't brought the card in again. Burnt Ochre. Just using it to darken some more of this orange. Especially on this edge here, because it's curled away from where the light's hitting. poppy red. Not covering all on it, just putting random strands in with the poppy red. Now the crimson red. Again, just random. A little bit of, nope, done that one, dark purple in the dark side, I'm going to the dark side, and I'm just putting some purple in for depth. Just in this depth of this, where the plaits touch inside are red, just a little bit. Tuscan Red. Where's my Tuscan Red card gone? Yeah. Black raspberry. Thank you, Lizzie. black raspberry. Darken this edge a little bit more. Shadow up a little bit. Right. Back to me poppy red. And the yellowed orange, where's the card gone? There's the card. Sunburst Yellow just on this left bit. Put down this one. A touch. Oh, and we want some browns bringing in, so I want chocolate. No, May is not at the minute. He's got too much pain in his back, so he can't sit and do it. So he's on reading books again on Kindle to occupy him at the minute. We're starting to think that another disc's gone in his back, so he's having to be careful what he's doing. This is where I have to be careful because I have a tendency of going too dark and then we're not ginger anymore. But we do need some dark strands in. That dark brown. Where's my dark brown? Oh, you're doing Tinkerbell. I love Tinkerbell. Oh. That sounds nice, Michaela. I wish I could paint, but it's one thing I'm not very good at. Thank you, Meg. You can't go to have anything done with it yet because of this coronavirus, so he's just managing pain at the minute. But he's alright. And he's in two minds whether to even bother having surgery again because after last disc they supposedly repaired, they made things worse. This is just on the darker side of her face that I'm putting the dark brown. That looks better. Right, and then if it ends up where you think it's gone too brown, you can always come back in with a bit of crimson and warm it up again. But don't put too much in, or else you'll lose your shading. I just want to go back with the eggshell and blend the light back in a little bit, just on this edge. There we go. And that's basically how I've adapted the colours to do ginger ale. And it's probably looking more red than ginger, but that's basically it. Oh, you as well, Kat. I like looking at the pictures that people have coloured, the cute and creepy, but it's not my thing. Oh, you're all doing cute and creepy, are you? Thank you, Bea. Thank you, Kat and Leah. Well, I hope I've helped somebody learn ginger, hopefully. I'm not very good at teaching. I'm not very good at talking and explaining myself. But I hope some people can take something away from this. We're just Maleficent. I can't place it. What Disney film is she in? Oh, that's nice on you to say, Kat, but to me, I don't feel like a teacher because I'm not very good with words. I don't explain very well. But I didn't come on here on YouTube to teach. I just came on to be friendly with everybody and colour along with everybody. It is. It's my favourite colour. Well, one of. I love every colour in the universe, but mainly I go for reds and oranges and yellows. Bright colours. Cheery colours. I don't like dull colours. Thank you, Kat. Right, so I'm going to love you and leave you now, folks. and I've enjoyed spending my Sunday morning with you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you again tomorrow evening for usual stream. I don't know what we're colouring yet, I'll have to decide, but I'll see you tomorrow. Still means nothing to me, Angelina Jolie's Maleficent. I can't place the character. I don't know what Disney thing it's from. I've watched quite a few Disney films. I've caught up with a few more with the youngest granddaughters, but I just can't place that one. Sleeping Beauty. Right, I've seen Sleeping Beauty. I just can't remember the name for some reason. The Evil Witch. Right. I think I best get my Disney's out again. Refresh this old brain because I can't remember. So, take care everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.